According to the Utah Department of Transportation, 22 pedestrians have been killed on Utah roads in 2019. However, these crashes are preventable, and many are caused by distraction. It's at this crosswalk in Lehigh that 16-year-old Kendall Riley was hit by a distracted driver.
I just heard my friend yell my name, and then I blacked out as we got hit, and then I remember sliding on the ground, and I remember just laying there.
The driver who hit Kendall was distracted by a call on his Bluetooth. By the time he looked back at the road, it was too late. Kendall's chin, hands, and knees were scraped on the asphalt. She had several bruises and still has both physical and psychological scars from the incident.
When I'm driving, I have PTSD, and so small things freak me out really easily.
She says she is also extra careful to stay focused while she is driving. She puts her phone down on the seat and will not look at it until she is parked.
It always says don't text and drive, and I think that is very important, but no one, I feel really takes that seriously, but it really is a very serious problem that some people have. And you think nothing will happen and you're not gonna hit anyone, but he probably didn't think he was gonna hit anyone, but he did.
Rob Riley, Kendall's father, says that the first 5 minutes after hearing that his daughter had been hit by a car were the worst in his life.
I remember thinking the worst. You don't know what has happened. You don't know how bad it is. At least for me, my mind tends to go to the darkest place, and I'm thinking if I just lost my girl.
Tiffany Riley, Kendall's mom, said this experience has made her more aware of distracted drivers.
I notice people now on their phones all the time. I mean, their heads are down. I mean, going right past the school zone, it's not worth it. And if they did kill somebody, that would devastate them just as much as the family who lost a loved one. I mean, that would change their life forever.
After this incident, Rob and Tiffany have some ideas for actions that could be taken to make roads safer for pedestrians.
What I noticed is that the high school that I coach, they've got big, giant flashing red lights that surround the stop sign. And pedestrians can hit the button and let everyone know, basically, I'm going to be crossing the street. We didn't have that really here, at least not enough of one to distract the driver enough to know, hey, I'm approaching where people are crossing the street on foot.
Technology can also play a role in these crashes.
We live in a time now where all this technology at your fingertips, whether it's, connected to your car like he had, the Bluetooth connected, or, just stuff to look at or things, and you can talk and it rings and it's great. It's so accessible that I think it just also presents such a challenge. It's something we have to deal with that we didn't 20 years ago.
According to this data from Zero Fatalities, the total number of pedestrian deaths on Utah roads has fluctuated within the past 6 years. However, local, state, and national data shows that most auto-pedestrian crashes occur in the evening. UDOT data shows that out of 599 auto-pedestrian crashes in Salt Lake City, the majority occurred from 6 p.m. to midnight. Detective Greg Wilking, Public Information Officer at the Salt Lake City Police Department, says there are many things that can be done to avoid these accidents.
You're driving an automobile that is several thousand pounds that if it hits somebody, it can kill them.
However, pedestrians need to be aware of their surroundings too, Wilking said. He said vehicles will always win in those situations where there is impact. And if pedestrians are in places where they are not expected to be or ignoring traffic signals, they are putting themselves at greater risk. According to the Zero Fatalities website, pedestrians should make eye contact with drivers, wear reflective clothing when walking at night, walk facing the direction of traffic, and use sidewalks and paths rather than walking on the road. Wilking stressed that auto-pedestrian accidents are avoidable.
Don't have to happen. If everybody is acting responsibly and doing what they're supposed to do, meaning that driver is operating the vehicle at a safe speed in a manner that is acceptable for our roads, and they're paying attention while they're operating that vehicle, and then the pedestrian paying attention and being where they're supposed to be. If everybody is doing that, then we're going to cut back on these kinds of accidents.
When it comes to safety, everyone can do more.
Again, we could be talking about what it was like to lose a child, and we're so grateful that's not the interview.
So grateful.
And so everyone has to do more, from people on foot to the people behind the wheel.
Kaylee DeWitt, ABC4.com.